and today it is indeed my pleasure to welcome the gorgeous Priyanka Chopra to Los Angeles and to Showbiz India. You're looking great as always. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
So tell me, how is LA treating you?
Oh, LA always treats me well. We've just been in a whirlwind situation right now because we're trying to finish the album, and we've had a single come out, which is in my city, and now promotion for that starts, and so there's so much that's going on. Plus, I just finished releasing a film, and I'm starting a new one back home, so it's a hectic time.
Non-stop work.
Always.
Now, from Bollywood to Hollywood, here you are in Los Angeles, releasing your single and album. What an amazing feeling that must be. Tell me, what are you feeling?
I'm feeling busy and like I haven't slept enough, but all of those things. But besides that, I'm really euphoric that I've been given the opportunity to do so much, and that I have the ability and the resources to try and do something that no one's done before. And it's uncharted territory, and that's exciting.
You had your fans worldwide be surprised, in pleasant surprise, of course, that not only are you beautiful, can act and can sing too. So take me back a little bit. Were you always musically inclined?
Well, I was always, yes. I was always that girl who was picked out of class and said, you know what, the teacher's not here right now, so Priyanka, can you just sing to entertain everyone? I was always that girl in school. So yes, I always sang, but I never thought I would sing professionally. It was not something that I thought of, and it just kind of happened to happen to me with Universal and Desi Hits coming and introducing me to this idea that they wanted to do. They wanted to break a Bollywood act in America musically, and it was a new idea for me, but it seemed interesting to do, so I took it up.
Any apprehensions at that time?
I was skeptical, and I wasn't like scared or anything. I was just like, yeah, let's see what happens. If it doesn't I'm doing my movies anyway, and I'm really happy with them. I'm doing some incredible films for next year as well. So that's great. This was just like something I wanted to try, but it's turned into, an alternate career now, and I'm, multitasking and trying to handle both, and it's great. I'm here every month.
So when they came and approached you, and to the time you made this decision and embark on this journey, what was the preparation in between?
Well, at that time I didn't prep till I decided I wanted to do it.
Right.
At that time I just went into the studio, I met a bunch of people, worked with a few producers, wrote a few songs, sang a few of them, got the feel of it, went back home and said, I don't know, do you think I can do it? Can I sing professionally? Because it's a completely different thing to get into the studio in front of the mic. And so then I started training. I did a lot of vocal classes. I took my vocal producer to my film sets with me, and whenever we got time, we did lessons. So yeah, it's tough. It still is to consistently maintain that.
Growing up, you've had some of your formative years here in the U.S.
Yes.
How has that influenced your music?
Well, my teenage years were spent in the U.S. I was 12 when I came here, and I was about 16 when I left. So it was like, your most impressionable age was here. But I think, I have an incredible mix of the East and the West. It's influenced me as the person that I am today. And I'm glad that I got that exposure when I was so young.
So if you were to look into your iPod, what music would you have?
Oh my God. Everything from Abida Parveen to, Bollywood to Tupac Shakur to Rihanna, I don't know, everything.
And growing up, who were some of your favorites?
When I was in school here, I was very influenced by hip-hop because hip-hop had come in a big way at that time, and I was living in New York and Boston. So from Biggie Smalls to TLC to like gangster rap to Bollywood, it was all mixed up in there.
So you seem like a really meticulous person. How creatively involved were you with the album?
Well, very much. Initially, not that much, till I realized that I wanted my songs to say what I wanted to say. So a few of them are, yes, written by other writers, but a lot of the songs are written and co-written by me.
And what is your message through these songs?
I don't want to give a message. I just want people to get to know me. And this album is literally like my diary or my biography or something. I've really spent myself on it, and I wanted to do that. Like how people write a book about their lives, I've written music.
Wow, that's very well said. Now, you've obviously you're very used to shooting for films. Was it any different shooting for a music video?
initially when I was shooting for it, I didn't realize it was my own song that I was filming for. You know, it didn't strike me that, oh, that's my voice every time it plays. You know, I was just dancing and then when I heard it and I saw the video back, I was like, oh my God, you know, it's my song and my voice. I don't think it still struck me yet.
What was the experience like working with some of the biggest Hollywood names here?
I have worked, you're right, with the biggest music business, you know, people, whether it's my management, my label, my team, whether it is, you know, the producers that I've worked with, writers, artists, and I'm really grateful to my label, you know, for giving me that opportunity and giving me that exposure. And, you know, the single having done so well and being so accepted, it just makes you feel like, okay, you know, you're on the right track.
Now, it is quite an honor, and especially for someone from India, because no other Indian artist has ever premiered on prime time NFL Thursday. How does that feel for you?
That was really cool because, you know, not just because it was my first song, but also because I was the first Indian, and also because, you know, as a new artist, that's never happened. So there were many, many firsts, and NFL is like an all-American, like, you know, completely not our culture. So that was sort of very, very, very cool that, you know, the world is such a global place right now that it's okay for people from all over the world to be a part of this movement. And so that was a reflection of that for me, I think. It was very cool. Every time I turn on the TV on Thursday and I'm like, oh, there it is, cool.
How does it feel?
Well, the first time I saw it, I was in bed with like my dinner in bed and I was just going to sleep and I was like, oh, all right. That was funny because, you know, you watch TV back home and I know I'm used to seeing that, but not when I'm in LA. It was cool.